Most of us have at least one spot around the house that's just dark. There's no wiring, no outlets, and no easy way to light it up and keep it secure. That is exactly where TP-Link's new Tapo C615F kit comes in. It's a 2K outdoor camera with a massive floodlight, because who needs a spotlight when you have a floodlight? It also comes with a solar panel, 360 AI tracking, and all designed to work with traditional cameras can't, because it's got a built-in battery. Oh, and let's not forget about one of its best features, 24/7 capture that can run off of a solar panel and doesn't have to be plugged in. In today's video, we're taking a practical look at how this setup performs in the real world. From talking about its features, going over hardware, setup, installation, and even showing you some demos of the camera. So sit back, relax, and let's see whether this security camera is worth adding to your smart home setup. Okay, so here is the camera that we are talking about. This is the battery-powered pan-tilt floodlight camera kit with a solar panel. It is 2K resolution, no subscription fees required, although you can set up cloud storage if you would like to do that. They do have a cost to that, but you don't need it. We have got free AI person, pet, and vehicle detection. I love that that is a free feature right there. Wire-free installation, 360 AI tracking, continuous power with the solar panel right here. We've got motion sensing floodlights, and we have local storage of up to 512 gigs. If we flip it over and take a look at some of the features on the back, we have also got things like smart playback, where you can download important clips to you by either looking at events or sliding through the timeline. We've got patrol mode, personalized alarm options, privacy locks, high efficiently solar charging. So it says here for just 45 minutes of sunlight, you can get a full day charge on this thing, and the battery will last up to 140 days if you don't have any charges on it at all. We have got two-way audio, and then we mentioned before local storage. This does come with a 1-year warranty. Okay, so now that we have touched on the features, let's go ahead and see what comes in the box. All right, so here is what we're getting in the box. We have got our quick start guide. It also comes with some templates for screwing in any holes that you're going to use for mounting. We have got our power cables. So we've got a 1.6 foot cable right here, and then we've got a 12.5 cable here. So it equals out to be about 14 feet. This is going to be needed if you are planning to connect the solar panel over here. So the solar panel also has a small cable right here. And if you notice the ribbing around it, that is going to be for water protection. So we've got our solar panel here. We've got our mount. So this is going to mount onto the wall. And then this part is where the camera is going to slip over. If you want to have these two separate, you can take this off, take these screws out, mount this separately from this right here. So the solar panel and the camera can be separated if you want to do that. If you do take this off, instead of having a bunch of weird holes kind of on the back here, that is what this would be for. So this would go over there to kind of make it look nicer. We've got a zip tie if you do need to tidy up the cabling instead of just using the cable management that comes around it right there. We've got our mounting screws and anchors, and then here is the camera itself. So we have got the mount on top, like I mentioned. Here is how that would work. Screw this in, mount it up, and then this would slide right into here and lock in. You can pinch on either side to unlock it. You can also screw down here on the top to lock it into place. So it is locked in right there. We've got the solar panel mount right here. So you're going to loosen it here to get it into the position that you want to, get it where you need to, and then go ahead and lock that in. As far as the rest of the camera itself, we've got our spotlight right here. I'll go ahead and take the plastic off for this, and we'll take our plastic off. You can position this anywhere you want to. So that is movable. You can direct the spotlight where you want it to go. As far as the camera goes, here is the camera itself. We have got our motion tracking over here. We have got our 2K image sensor in the camera itself. And then we've got some more sensors over here on the side. And it looks like another sensor down here on the bottom. If we take a look here on the back, this is where we're going to put in our charging cable for charging it up. And then we've also got a speaker back here. Now on the bottom of the camera itself, open that up. So we've got our slot for a micro SD card. This is going to be for our local storage. We've got our power button and our reset button. Now also too, the camera does turn separately from the light itself. So we do have our light, say, pointed this way out to wherever we want to go. The camera is fully rotating up, down anywhere we want it to go. It can actually go all the way straight down too. So you can get a straight down view of it. It can get back up and look anywhere it needs to. All right, now that we have seen what comes in the box, let's go ahead and get it set up, installed, and then I'll show you some of the features in the app. Okay, so now we're gonna get it set up in the app. I've got the app loaded up right here. Up in the top corner, we're gonna click on the plus sign. We are going to add a device. Before we do that though, on the bottom of the camera right here, we're going to open it up. We've got our power button and our reset button. So I'm gonna go ahead and push on the power button. I'm gonna hold it for a few seconds here. And if we look here at the top, all right, we have on. It displayed camera is on, so that is perfect. Got a red and green light flashing for us. Oh, it's trying to calibrate itself here. Let's set it like this so it can finish calibrating. And then here in the app, we are going to select what we want to do. So we have got an outdoor camera. This is the Tapo C615F. I do see a red and green light flashing right there. You can see red and green, looks good. So we're going to say, already see the red and green, and it is going to get connected. All right, select Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and get Wi-Fi connected here.
Connecting to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connected.
All right, now we want to name the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this part right here. We're just gonna leave the camera name itself. Click on next. This one's going in the backyard. That sounds good. Now we got to go through and select an icon for it. That looks good. All right, and that is complete. We're gonna click sounds good here on the bottom. It's giving us our option for our 30-day trial. So here's where we get for our 30-day cloud storage trial. I'm gonna go ahead and say start my free trial. It's gonna include all the features that you would get with the paid subscription. I'm gonna click OK, and that's gonna be things like cloud storage, notifications that include images, different things like that. It looks like also weekly reports. We want to connect this to our home base. So this is cool. We're actually able to connect this to the Tapo home base, which is really awesome because that is essentially a hard drive that is inside the house that it'll connect everything to. So let's go ahead and click on next. So all of the recordings for this camera will connect to that home base. Perfect, connected, set it up as its local hub. Now, I do want to mention the home base does not come standard with this device right here. If you want to record local storage, you do have to put a micro SD card into the slot right there to record your local storage. But because I do have the home base, which I recommend you guys checking out, I'm actually going to be doing a full video on that. This is going to be connecting to the home base that's inside the house, saving all of the storage locally and safely in the house. So let's go ahead and click on got it. We are going to close up our port covers. Wi-Fi signal looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and go through the rest of the setup on here so you don't have to see it on camera. It's pretty basic and straightforward. You're just gonna follow all the steps, get everything connected. I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed right now, and then we can go ahead and take a look at what the features offer in the app. Okay, now to install the mount, what I did is I screwed it up to my eaves, which to me is about 9 feet up. Once I got it screwed in, I just had to slide on the camera, connect the solar panel, and then mount the solar panel onto the mount. It's really that easy to do. And like we talked about earlier that we saw in the box, with just 45 minutes of sun, we can power the camera for up to 24 hours. Okay, now that it's installed, let's go ahead and take a look at the app and some of the features that we're getting with it. So I've got the app loaded up here. We've got our camera right here on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that so we can see the camera. It's gonna bring up a live view right away. We have got a couple of different options here. So if we look at the very first option, we see the box of 4 different squares. I can click on that and see multiple cameras at the same time. So you can see right now I'm seeing 2 cameras right now, both live. I can turn the camera sideways to bring up multiple views. I can also click on the plus sign to bring up more cameras if I want to do that. Let's go ahead and back out of here. The next option for that is how we're viewing our camera. So we're viewing it in 2K, and we have got auto. So we also have night mode, day mode, or auto, which is what we want to keep it on. And then below that is where you're gonna have other options for like taking a picture, recording if you wanna manually record. You have your 2-way talk here. You can do the phone call, lots of different options right there. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the settings up in the top corner to bring up some more of our settings. Okay, so from here, we can name the camera if we click on our device information. I'm gonna back out of there. If we click on detection, here are the different things that it's going to detect. Down here at the bottom, you can see we have got motion detection, person, pet detection, which comes off by default, and vehicle detection off by default. I'm gonna go ahead and leave both of those off for myself right now. Second one from the top, we have got auto tracking. So by default, it does not automatically track things. So you can select track all activity or specific activity. For me, I'm just gonna say track any activity, and we're going to go ahead and click on save up in the top corner. Make sure you're clicking save if you make any changes, so that way it saves in there. Our next option here is going to be taking a look at the pan and tilt options. So from here, you can set up patrol mode, you can set up your pan and tilt angles, and we've also got pan and tilt corrections if you need to make any corrections in there. Floodlight settings. So this is going to be a big part of this floodlight camera. Brightness is going to be set to 100%. You can adjust it from here if it is too bright for you. We've got light on and off gradually. We have got our auto timer settings, auto on settings, extended time settings. So anything you want to make changes for that is going to be in here. We have got our free trial of our Tapo carrot-free feature. We have got storage and recording. So mine is recording locally to that hub, which is nice to have that. But in here is where you can make those changes. I'm gonna back out of there. We have got our video display. So we've got night mode settings, full color mode. If you don't wanna have that full color mode, this is where you're gonna change it in here. We have got options for our video quality, for our frame rate. If you want to take a look at the video quality, you've got 2K, you've got 720p. For our frame rate, we have got 15 FPS and 20 FPS. Let's see, we've got image settings right here. Let's take a look at, so it looks like you can adjust the style of your image right there, auto exposure, detection tags, different things like that. Network connection, privacy, notifications. Let's take a look at our advanced setting here. So advanced settings, not a whole lot you're gonna do in here. Power line frequencies, different things like that. We've got sharing, smart actions, user guide. So those are the different options that we're getting here in the app. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the demos of what this camera is capable of. All right, we are testing a camera here to hear and see what it looks like. I'm about 10 feet away from the camera right now. I'm gonna back up to 35 feet here, so you can hear what it sounds like from this far away. We've also got the tracking on, so as I move over to the side of the yard, the camera is going to track me to keep me in the center. Now that we've seen what the day shots look like, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the night shots to see what this thing is capable of. All right, so with the night shot, we're going to be doing something a little bit different with this demo. I'm going to show you the actual camera footage with a shot of what the backyard looks like on my iPhone. Kind of a picture-in-picture thing, so you can see how dark it is in the yard and how bright this floodlight actually gets. Obviously, being a floodlight, it totally lit up the entire yard. You can see everything so well. So for those of you who may have a dark area of your property, maybe behind a garage, a shed, something like that, something maybe where you don't have power. So with all that light, everything comes in nice and clear. You can see all of the details. I was pretty impressed with what this camera is capable of. Now, I want to talk about a cool feature that has actually just been released for this camera as I've been reviewing it, and that is 24/7 capture. Now, if we take a look here in the app, I'm gonna go ahead and click on the camera. We're gonna go into our settings right up here. And then right here, you see 24/7 captures. We're gonna go ahead and click on this. And just to specify what this actually does, you notice it doesn't say 24/7 recording. This actually sets up a time lapse with the camera. So it's not recording audio with it, it's essentially taking pictures. But the cool thing about this is that it lets you use it even if you have a solar panel, so you don't have to have the camera plugged in. So if you notice right here, I've got mine set up to take essentially a picture every 10 seconds. You can go on here and set it for as quick as 1 second all the way to every minute. Granted, if I have it on 1 second, it is going to drain the battery faster. So if I have all day sun, that's not gonna be a big deal for me. But if sun is coming in and out and I'm getting some shade during the day, may not wanna do that. But I wanna show you what exactly that is. So let's go ahead and back out of here. We have got it set up. If I click on the schedule, it's running all the time. I'm gonna back out of here though, and I wanna show you exactly what this does. So if I go ahead and click down here for playback and downloads, I'm gonna go ahead and click on here. It's in cloud recording right now, so I wanna switch it over to local recording. And if we see here on the timeline, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a light purple box. It starts about right here. It goes through and ends about right there. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but that is where I've turned on the 24/7 recording. If you notice in the image right now, let me see if I can hold this still enough, you can see how the shadows are slowly moving. Now, if you notice down here, when it hit the blue spot of something happening, I'm gonna zoom in, you can pinch to zoom on here. Let's back up a little bit. So click on it right there. You can see the shadows moving. We're going through just the time lapse that is happening with the camera right now. Looks like we have a slight delay of what's going on right here. There we go, caught back up. And when it hits a motion, it goes into full recording. Now we're getting audio, we're getting video, full recording. As we get past those, it's gonna go back into the time lapse, which is going to be hitting every 10 seconds. Now we can see it going through here. Shadows are moving pretty quick. But that's essentially how the feature is going to work, and a cool feature that I like about it, because you can actually do it with solar panels. Most cameras you can't do this with, so good job, TP-Link. Now, considering the price of this camera, it comes in at the lower kind of entry level for a security camera, especially with the features that it has with it. But yet, I feel like considering the other cameras out there, we're getting a good mid-range of what we're hearing from audio and what we're seeing from the 2K video from the camera. When we listened to the audio during the daytime shot, I thought the audio sounded great. Even with me at 35 feet away, you could still clearly hear what I was saying, which is more impressive than half of the security camera brands out there. I thought the actual daytime clips looked really good, especially with all of the different shadows in my backyard right now. The camera seemed to handle it all really well. Now, when it came to the night shots, the floodlight, super bright. Lit up the entire yard, and the camera did a great job capturing all of that. The AI tracking I thought was pretty impressive too, especially with everybody in the backyard. With all of that motion, the camera can have trouble locking into one thing, but I thought this one did great. It smoothly moved around to all of the different things going on, and with some of the other demo shots here, when we're out far in the yard and say walk up to the house, the camera follows you pretty well all the way up into the house. And that's actually a feature that I really liked with this camera too. The fact that it is a pan and tilt camera. So it is moving everywhere. Whether I'm on one side of the yard or moving over to the trash cans, throwing something away, and then walking into the house, the camera follows you every step of the way. So there is never action going on that I'm going to be missing. The other big plus is just the Tapo ecosystem. I've been using it for a while now, and they have got so many different smart home integrations that you can have in it. It's not just cameras. In fact, they just recently came out with the Home Hub. This is the H500. So this right here sits inside of your house, and it has a hard drive built inside. So if we pop this up right here, we can put a external hard drive into there. This is going to record all of our storage, so it's all safe inside of the house, but this is also a home hub. So what I can do is I can flap this open right here. Let's go ahead and bring it up, and I can take, say, something like an iPad, sit it right there. It does have the option of having your USB-C connect to a USB-C back here to keep it powered up and charged up all the time. But the good thing about something like this is let's take a look at the actual interface. So here is the Tapo app. Now, we have got so many different functions in here. So we've got our favorites, we have got all devices that you can see right here, and we have other things too. So say I click on camera. I can go through and look at all the different Tapo cameras that I have up. I can change my modes. I'm gonna go back here to home. I'm gonna go ahead and tap on the camera that we have set up right there. So this is gonna show us a live view of the camera, what's going on in the backyard right now. We have all of our controls over here, but let's say I wanna look at more than just one camera. I can tap right here. I can see several different screens at once. So let's go ahead and click 2 screens. This is going to bring up my front door camera. So we just got a live view of that one. And now I can view them individually. With this one right here, I can go ahead and tap on that. We can go ahead and maybe click on pan and tilt. I've already got some pre-programmed viewpoints on here. So let's go ahead and click viewpoint 2. We'll watch this camera. Switch to viewpoint 2. Maybe we'll go to viewpoint number 3 right here, and it's going to automatically zoom in what I've set to viewpoint number 3. So we got not only the cameras, and then I can say, take that, set that right there. It's going to be showing my cameras all the time, but so many controls that we can do in here. Let's see, I was looking at smart. If we click on smart, look at all of these recommendations for different smart home features and automations you can set up. There are a ton of different options in there. That is why I love the Tapo ecosystem so much, is that it's so robust. There is so much going on in there, so you can invest in one ecosystem and have control almost over everything in your house. If you guys want to know more about this camera, go ahead and take a look at the links in the description. But now that we have got our cameras set up, how about your home network? If you guys want to dive into some of the options that TP-Link offers for home network, go ahead and take a look at this video right here. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.